Well, it looks like Brian Lunduke, the Linux nerd extraordinaire, the loudest one, is streaming right now. That dirty, dirty libertarian who doesn't even support net neutrality. How dare he? I'm gonna talk about Lesions and Linux. It's a cute little knife, right? Bought it at a very neat little shop. But what a lesion is a break or a cutting away of something. Sometimes doctors would do it on purpose. I came across that term a while ago when I was reading books by a man named Antonio Damasio. He's a Portuguese neuroscientist, and if you type in Antonio Damasio, and I think Damasio is spelled the same way as the boxer, Damasio, you will get his lectures and a list of his books. But here's what the application of the concept of lesions to Linux is. It's very abstract. If you read the Fractal Journal, you know that I like to abstract. So, yeah. Linux can present a host of challenges, especially sometimes with proprietary software. The problems with setting up your Wi-Fi can be a bit notorious there. For instance, when I was using the Arch distribution, I say when I was using, my friend who was computer savvy was helping me use Arch, which would have been impossible probably without him. Not that I'm so dumb, but that I'm that lazy. So yeah. Anyway, getting my Broadcom wireless thing to work with the Arch operating system distribution. Yeah. But in finding that problem of, hey, if this isn't working, there's a malfunction here, that lesion, that break in continuity of healthy function, allowed me to discover things about how computing worked, which I forgot, so I can't give you an example. But through the use of Linux, right now I'm using OpenSUSE on my HP Pavilion. Yeah, through the use of Linux, I actually learned what a file system was. I had only vaguely heard the term before, and I did some Googling, and there's different file systems. For instance, OpenSUSE uses something called Btrfs, which is very unique in ways that I don't really understand. But I've become aware of it. So that's one step in the learning process. And I really wish I was diligent enough to be able to share more with you than this abstract notion. But I think the abstract notion is useful in and of itself. And hey, it's content. And I still don't understand Mr. Lunduke's point about how it is that net neutrality ending isn't a terrible thing. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. But my whole take on it, the reason I'm concerned about it, is that it's going to make, voices like mine and of people like Tim Pool, who I value, perhaps more difficult to hear or get to, because larger corporations will take the lion's share of web traffic based on contractual things, which, in a free market will tend to happen. Deregulation can and has caused Wild West effects before. To me, the reason, let's get a little bit annoying and economical and philosophical in a very amateurish way here. If you're playing a game, it has to have rules. So if you're playing the game of a free market, of a free economy, you have to have rules of fair play. You can't, because then you would just have chaos. You can't have people take advantage of things. Not everybody plays fairly. Yes, I would say that probably libertarian types like Brian Lunduke would fight fairly and would bring what they have to offer to the table against their competitors if, let's say, he's a hypothetical business person. But the other people involved might not be, and they would form all sorts of monopolies and do all sorts of shenanigans, which we've seen unfold disastrously in 2008. This all ties together somehow. I'm way too lazy to explain it, but I take it that you're bright enough to understand what I'm driving at, whether you agree or disagree with it. Thank you for your time, and subscribe to my YouTube channels because that would really help me get noticed on YouTube and get more views. Should bring more views back to the Fractal Journal. I notice that some people do subscribe to the Fractal Journal, and I very much appreciate that. But yeah, unless you don't want to. I mean, some people just don't like YouTube, or you just might not like my YouTube content. But I feel like that I've gotten likes on my YouTube type postings before. Anyway, thanks for listening, as I've already said, and goodbye.